World of Tanks PC and World of Tanks Blitz are two very similar games in terms of the name and overall gameplay, but incredibly different in how the balance of the game is, how the matchups are, the amount of time each battle lasts. There are so many differences between the games. I can give you a few examples right here. First of all, we have something as simple as gold ammo and armor highlighting. On World of Tanks Blitz, when you aim it on an opponent, it shows you their armor. It shows red where you cannot pen. It shows gray where you can. Same thing for high explosive, except it's orange where you can deal splash damage. Red is where you can't deal splash damage. It's a very interesting mechanic, and it's something that is good for newer players. And it could be good for World of Tanks. You can see a great example there of the armor highlighting, which we all know and either hate or love. I personally actually like the armor highlighting in Blitz, and I know that there are people out there that would say, oh, well, if armor highlighting didn't exist, it would make the game a lot more skill-based because then people would have to learn weak spots. And I agree with that, but at the end of the day, we need this game to be good for beginners and experienced players alike. And beginners need to learn how to penetrate opponents. So being able to actually see where those weak spots are is a really, really helpful bit of advice and something that I really, really like. Instead of having to watch a full guide on how to penetrate a vehicle, you can see how to penetrate that tank, which is something that's really good, especially when like a new vehicle gets added into the game. There might not be content out on that vehicle yet, or there might be a tank that you just haven't seen before playing the game, and you don't know how to penetrate it. That's one thing that I do like about the armor highlighting in Blitz, I'm not gonna lie. And same thing for the gold ammo. On World of Tanks PC, when you load gold, you keep the same damage per shot. In Blitz, you do not keep the same damage per shot. For example, the 114 SP2, I have 620 damage on my standard, and loading gold, it's more probably like 540, 550 damage per shot on my average heat shell. So you gain a lot more penetration, but you lose a lot of damage, which obviously lowers your tank's effective damage per minute, and everything else like that. These are a lot of things that are talked about in World of Tanks that could be brought into the game, and vice versa for Blitz. And I see the arguments for both sides. There's also artillery. Artillery does not exist in Blitz. It obviously exists on World of Tanks PC. Tank destroyers and damage per shot is a lot more. The average 150mm on PC does upwards of 750 damage. The average 150mm in Blitz does around 620. So big differences all around in the games, their capabilities, the equipment, and honestly the whole playstyle. Obviously the biggest difference of the bunch is the fact that the games last a lot longer on PC. It's 15 versus 15, and not only that, but the matchmaking is entirely different on how it works on both games. I think there's a lot to break into, and a lot more than I can in just a short little video here. The reason I'm listing these differences between the games is the fact that I really want to do a video with a World of Tanks PC content creator. I have contacted Kazju, and he told me something like, I'm planning on doing a video on World of Tanks Blitz. Thanks for the offer. But essentially he said, I don't want you in a video or something like that. It wasn't anything too special. It was just a polite way of saying, I'm working on a Blitz video already, so I don't need your help. And I don't think I've messaged a Killzor. I've been tempted to, but I've just forgotten. And I've messaged some other World of Tanks PC content creators, including Quickybaby. And I really just haven't gotten a response. So I figured the best way to get around this situation and kind of make a call to action would be to make a video. And essentially, in this video, I'm asking Quickybaby specifically if he would be willing to do a World of Tanks Blitz sit down with me, a World of Tanks PC sit down. What do I have in mind? Well, the idea would be that we either do a couple separate things that obviously we could agree upon if this ever comes into fruition. The idea would be we could either do 2 streams, 2 videos, or maybe both. I think this would be great for both channels. It would bring in different audiences, which is something that's great, especially for World of Tanks PC, which really doesn't have a crazy audience outside of the game. The thing is this is what I had in mind, would be to post a live stream on each channel where, you know, let's say Quickybaby did a live stream. I would join, I would play with him on World of Tanks PC and talk about the game, my opinions on it. He would talk about the game, his experience, and what he thinks about the current state of World of Tanks PC, what he thinks about the game. And then I think it'd be great that we could do a Blitz stream, and he could hop on to Blitz, easily I could get him a press account, so that wouldn't be a problem. He could hop on the Blitz, and we could do the same thing. We could do a video together talking about the game, the things he likes about Blitz, the things he doesn't like about Blitz, and stuff like that. You know, why World of Tanks PC is dying while Blitz is actually gaining players. There's a lot of things that can be broken into that I'd love to discuss. And then maybe we could do a video as well where we do a video, you know, on World of Tanks Blitz where maybe we do some sort of challenge. Either way, I think it would be an incredibly fun and interesting topic to have, you know, popular content creators from both games converging together, talking about the similarities, the differences, and what they like, what they don't like about the games. And I think it would be a really, really cool idea. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. You know, it's something that I've really had on my mind because I like World of Tanks PC, but I don't like everything about it. And I like Blitz, but I don't like everything about it. And I think it would just be a great way to kind of combine the two. So I'm really offering this mainly the Quickybaby if he would want to do a video with me. You might be asking, why Quickybaby? Why not other content creators? And the major reason why is because Quickybaby is one of the content creators I've always looked up to when it comes to World of Tanks PC. I have watched his content for literally years. I've been watching his content longer than I have been posting videos on this channel. I actually started playing World of Tanks Blitz on the Xbox. Or not the Blitz, sorry. I started playing World of Tanks console all the way back in the day on the Xbox before I had an iPad. And I never had a PC. I got a PC only like 4 or 5 years ago when I was working at Starbucks. I saved up for a PC, and that's when I started posting videos on this game. But because of that, I really never had the opportunity to play World of Tanks PC because I'd had an iPad before that, and I'd learned how to play Blitz on the iPad after getting kind of bored of console. And that's where we are today. You know, I got into Blitz. I just never really had the time or effort to grind World of Tanks PC. But now that I have a World of Tanks PC channel, and it's growing decently quick, and I've really been trying to learn more about the game and, you know, also share my frustrations and opinions. I've been interested to see what other people think and if they agree or they disagree. So these are all things that have been running through my mind and I've really been wanting to talk about. And Quickybaby is one of those content creators that I've watched through for years. Some of the ideas that I've had on my channel have definitely been inspired by him. You know, Quickybaby's got his masterclass series where he breaks into, you know, how to play tanks in tier 10 and every single thing about them, and that's something that I've wanted to do in Blitz as well, and I've actually done a couple videos on. So there's some ideas here and there that I really like that Quickybaby's done that I've, you know, tried to replicate myself here and there. So I just think he would be the main candidate I would want to do this type of video in. So if you are seeing this video, if this has popped into your feed, your recommendations, and you are interested in this type of idea, or you'd be willing to have some sort of sit down and talk about this at any point, I would be loving to you know, have this type of conversation. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if you would like to see something like this as well. But I really think it would be a cool idea to kind of unite both games, even though they are very separate and both very different. I think it would be great to kind of talk about them, what makes each one exciting and unique and everything like that. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you did. And yeah, the invitation's out there to Quickybaby. So I guess it's up to him whether he wants to do this or not. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.